The same ones that put Mashiach Yahushua to death. So we gonna lose their position. Just like you look at Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and a lot of these pork chop eating preachers that have their allegiance to America, to be able to do the things that they do. They hook right in with this system. And that's how they were hooked in with the system. And one of them, named Caiaphas, being the high priest, that same year said unto them, ye know nothing at all, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people. And that's for the children of Israel. And that the whole nation perish not. And this he spake. And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that a Mashiach Yahushua should die for that nation. And not for that nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children of the Most High that are scattered abroad. Then from that day forth they took counsel together to put him to death. Mashiach Yahushua therefore walked no more openly among the Jews, but went thence unto a country near to the wilderness, into a city called Ephraim, and there continued with his disciples. So look at John 18 and 2. John 18, verse 2 and 3. And Judas also, which betrayed him, knew the place, for Mashiach oftentimes resorted thither with his disciples. Judas then, having received a band of men and officers from the chief priests, once again, you keep hearing that, and Pharisees, cometh thither with lanterns and torches and weapons. Okay? Mashiach therefore, knowing all things, verse 4, that should come upon him, went forth and said unto them, whom seek thou? Or whom seek ye? Whom do you seek? Then answered him, they answered him, Mashiach Yahushua of Nazareth. Mashiach Yahushua said unto them, I am he. Check it out. He said, I am he. First he said, whom seek ye? 3 words. Then he said, I am he. And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them. Judas was standing with the chief high priests and Pharisees. As soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backward and fell to the ground. You hear that? That's how powerful our power is. As soon as they had said unto him, as soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backward. These are men that came to get a Mashiach Yahushua and fell to the ground. Then asked he them again, whom seek ye? And they said, Yahushua, Mashiach of Nazareth. Mashiach Yahushua answered, I have told you that I am he. If therefore ye seek me, let these go their way, that the same might be fulfilled which he spake. Of them which thou gavest me, have I lost none. Okay? So, that's how powerful he showed them that he was. Luke 22, 3 and 4. Then entered Satan into Judas, surnamed Iscariot, being of the number of the 12. Do y'all understand that? It say, then entered Satan into Judas, surnamed Iscariot, being of the number of the 12, and he went his way and communed with the chief priests and captains, how he might betray him unto them. See? And they were glad and covenanted, meaning made a contract or agreement to give him money. And he promised and sought opportunities to betray him unto them in the absence of the multitude, whenever the multitude wouldn't be around. So I ask the question again. I'll start at verse 1. Now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which is called the Passover. And the chief priests and scribes sought how they might kill him, for they feared the people. So they had to make sure it was a time when the multitude was not around. Then entered Satan into Judas, surnamed Iscariot, being of the number of the 12. So what is he saying right here? Then enters Satan. Here comes Satan again into Judas, surnamed Iscariot, being of the number of the 12. What happened? So you have to know this. Y'all gotta know how things operate spiritually. Y'all should know this automatically. What happened? Then entered Satan into Judas, surnamed Iscariot, being of the number of the 12. And he went his way and communed with the chief priests and captains, how he might betray him unto them. So what happened?
Satan entered his body and spirit into the body of Judas Iscariot, and he went on to I was going to say something like that too. The spirit of Satan entered into Judas' body, bringing a lying spirit, I guess you could say.
No, it ain't a lying spirit. But you got to fulfill what's written.
No, it ain't spirit. It was just it was a spirit of betrayal. So.
Yeah, betrayal, right. So, and it's very important. That's why we go to Job, the first chapter. Let's see. I might have another one better than that one. Look it up. Huh? No, it's you gotta see how it operates. Go to 2 Samuel 24:1. So you understand how these things operate and how it's done. 2 Samuel 24:1. It says, and again the anger of the Most High was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them to say, go number Israel and Judah. Do a census on Israel and Judah, which we weren't supposed to do that. We're not supposed to be counted like that. You're not supposed to do the census and all that. But you see here, it's very important that you see it was the Most High. And again, the anger of the Most High was kindled against Israel, against us, the Israelites. And he moved David against them to say, go number Israel and Judah. Right? How did he do it? 1 Chronicles 21:1. This is how he did it. This is how the Most High did it. 1 Chronicles 21:1. First Chronicles 21:1. This is how the Most High did it. And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. See that? But who was angry with Israel? The Most High was angry with Israel. And he used Satan to provoke David to do the things that the Most High was angry against Israel, to have David had Satan go and do what he wanted him to do. And that's number Judah and Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. Okay? So now, when you go to Job, the first chapter, and the Most High asked Job, he asked Satan, he told Satan Job was upright, one that feared the Most High and hated evil. And he asked him, how you consider my servant Job? And this was very important, that you see how these things operate and how it operates on the right hand and the left hand of the Most High. In Job 1 and 11, there was Satan asked the Most High. He said, but put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he have, touch all that Job have, and he will curse thee to thy face. This is what Satan is telling the Most High. And the Most High said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Most High. Right? So the Most High gave him orders. But Satan asked him to put forth his hand, his left hand. Not his right hand, but his left hand. That's why Mashiach told Satan, the Most High is who you got to serve, and him only shall thou, serve. Because he got to serve him, we got to serve, and Satan got to serve, and all his imps got to serve the Most High. Everything served the Most High. On the right hand and the left hand. Y'all with me? So, because he asked him in verse 11, he said, put forth thine hand. That's that left hand. Now, when Satan left the presence of the Most High, this is what happened. There was a day when his sons and his daughters, this Job's sons and daughters, were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside him, and the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yeah, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Okay, so what happened here? Spiritually, what happened here? Remember, the Most High told him that he actually put forth thine hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face, to your face. But he asked the Most High to touch all that he hath. So what happened here? And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside them, and the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. Yeah, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. What happened? In verse 15.
The Most High allowed Satan to do what he wanted to do.
I want specifics. Anybody else? Because that's not, Satan couldn't do what he wanted to do. Most High gave him an order. In verse 12. And the Most High said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Most High. See what?
Most High gave him permission to do that.
Yeah, he gave him orders of what he could do and what he couldn't do. I'm talking about anybody else. You got to know spiritually what's going on here. From what I just gave you from the start, the Most High was angry with Israel, and Satan stood up and provoked David to number Israel, because the Most High was angry with Israel. So what happened here? That's why I say y'all got to see this spiritually, because if you're not seeing spiritual things, you're not going to really understand why the things that's going to be happening in this earth that's coming, that's the things that's going to be multiplied, these spirits that's multiplied on this earth, and they're going to be doing things that you're going to be amazed at and not even understand what's going on. Satan got into the minds of the Sabians and had them kill the servants and steal the oxen and the asses. He got into the minds of the Sabians because they didn't have anything to do with Job. But the Most High pulled that protection from around him. And you see how the Most High allowed, because he's the one that killed him and alive. He killed Job's servants. And it allowed the Sabians to take his oxen and his asses. Verse 15, the Sabians fell upon them, because Satan had got into the minds of the Sabians. Y'all with me? Okay. He got into the minds of the Sabians, fell upon them, and took them away. Yeah. They have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Only you would say he's the only one that escaped to tell Job. Okay? While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of the Most High is fallen from heaven, and have burned up the sheep and the servants, and consumed them. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. What happened? What happened here? Verse 16, what happened? Nobody knows. So y'all don't really understand how a lot of these things go down then in the world, huh?
I think it's showing the power of a Mashiach Yahushua.
Mashiach Yahushua has nothing to do with this. It was the sons of the Most High, it was Satan. The conversation between the Most High and Satan. Well, I mean, the Mashiach Yahushua is there. He's there with the Most High, but this is what Satan is doing. It's not a Mashiach Yahushua. This is what Satan is doing. Verse 16 says, while he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of the Most High is fallen from heaven, and have burned up the sheep and the servants, and consumed them. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. So what is this showing us? That Satan, huh?
That Satan's permission was granted by the Most High for the man and have to show up Satan. I think about the scripture where it says he's the prince of the power of the air. So he's allowing Satan caused this disaster. I'm not sure how to say it.
Right, but I mean, fire of the Most High is what? That's come down from heaven. What's that?
Fire.
Coming down from heaven. What is that? What we call it today?